The princess looked up at the night sky and thought, "It's time to say goodbye, to leave the world behind." Hi, this is WM1310. You can call me One, and this is my experience with So I first found this game when I went to the Malaysia Digital Content Fair this year and happened upon their booth. I managed to play a little bit of the prologue, but that was enough to get me hooked. The art was very pretty, and what little soundtrack I managed to hear during the prologue was amazing. Within a few days, I had bought the game bundle, which includes the art book and the soundtrack. I started playing the game on stream the week after. By the way, just want to do a quick self-promotion here that I stream on Twitch under the account WM_1310 during these times listed here. So feel free to come by and check it out. Alright, self-promotion section over. The game starts off with two people reading a story about a cat and the South Star Princess. Turns out these two are the co-writers of said story, with the younger one being the lead named Nirmala. Unfortunately, it seems they've hit a writer's block and decided to take a break for a bit. We play as Atma, who is dubbed as Mr. Co-writer, and after doing a little bit of a dance, once I gained control of our character for the first time, we headed off to the outside world. Once we're out, the little kid mentioned something about a book. What is it again?
The Magic Red Book! Have you forgotten about it? The book which contains the spell to dive into people's hearts and rid them of their inner turmoil.
Absolutely perfect voice acting by yours truly. Anyways, she forgot where it was and we found it on a chair outside. Unprotected. Maybe we should have taken slightly better care of such a magical item. It turns out the book can only be used whenever a yellow flower blooms over someone. After she mentions that, a flower appears above her head, to which we immediately use the book. Now that we're in her mind, we see that she's been feeling afraid when it comes to completing the final chapter of the story. We moved forward and walked through a crowd that has been harshly mocking the girl and making fun of her tale. A lone yellow flower stood at the end of the crowd, and upon reaching it, it bloomed and we received a piece of paper containing an idea. Atma gave that paper to the girl, which inspired her, and we got sent out of her mind palace. Back in the real world, she decided to name our ability as Space Dive, which honestly is a pretty cool name, not gonna lie. It seems that space diving is able to affect the person we dived into. For the girl's case, it seemed to inspire her on what to do for the final chapter. Apparently, we also need a spaceship for story purposes, and luckily she had already built it at her super secret workshop by the river weeks earlier. All she needs left is the magic wand, but we need to go get it at her house. And so we made her promise one thing. You have to promise me you won't cross the river by yourself. We started this together and we'll finish it together, okay? After we said our goodbyes, we got introduced to the most important mechanic in this game.
Honestly, I could literally just if I were playing by myself, I could literally just stand here and do nothing, just listen to music here. Leonardo's camel. Oh, we can interact. You can pet the cat. You can pet the cat in the game. That's it, that's the gameplay. Okay, that's enough petting. We can pet some of the time.
We reached her home after a little bit of walking and talking with other people. Behold, the great comet of doom. The stars are dying, and the sky is falling. Disasters, diseases, floods, and droughts are ravaging the land. Can't you see it? The mountains are trembling, ready to erupt at any time. Judgment Day is coming. Death is upon us. The omen has been fulfilled. At the front of her house, we eavesdrop on two people talking about going to a school meeting. Turns out the woman with blue hair was Nirmala's mother, and that Nirmala is suffering from domestic violence from her father, which explains why she was reluctant to get the magic wand herself. She was also afraid to go to school, but the reasons remain unknown. After waiting for the two to go away and some deliberation, we decided to commit a little bit of break and entry. But first, we need to get a letter from a very sleepy old man. A yellow flower appeared above him, indicating that we can use the magic red book. Maybe it's oh no, the man became a flower. We made his mind palace into a very comfortable place to sleep in. This feels good. I'm going to close my eyes just for a minute. I can't. Right. Which also caused him to sleep in the real world. And so we steal. He won't mind if I borrow this ladder then, will he? I mean, borrow the ladder to enter Nirmala's room. Atma takes the magic wand and gets jump scared by what seems to be Nirmala's father screaming for her to open the door. Brat! Open the door! You ungrateful kid! How dare you lock the door? It started to rain heavily as we head back to base camp to meet up with Nirmala, which caused Atma to start feeling worried. Nirmala wasn't present in base camp when we got there. Suddenly, we hear her screaming for help from outside. Dashing through the storm, we reach the jetty we were at earlier. It seems that Nirmala is stranded on pieces of wood, struggling to stay afloat. Atma, not knowing how to swim, doesn't know how to help her, and holds out the magic wand for Nirmala to grab on. But the thunder caused her to flinch and led Atma to lose grip on the wand. As a last-ditch effort, he reached out with the magic red book, until suddenly... Alright, try to grab the book. Easy. Easy. Just a little bit. Atma! We got dragged by the rapid stream, slowly moving further and further away from Nirmala, struggling to stay above water, and at the end, we have a story to finish, right? God damn. Shit. It's one of those games. You know, when I say I want to try to recover from like being scared, I was like I thought it would be like one of those, you know, pretty happy games. Well, guess I got it wrong.
seemed to just drown. And the kid wasn't even safe.
Space for the Unbound. Prologue. Atma. End.